Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty crazy news with a brand new PlayStation 5 exclusive finally coming to PC. We also have some pretty big game reviews coming out, some big game drama, some game conference, and of course, as well, some even big news when it comes to Elden Ring. So we just had a lot of really big AAA news, some big announcements, some big PlayStation stuff. So let's go and talk about it. As well as all of you guys all have had a fantastic, lovely holiday weekend itself. Now they're kind of back in the groove and all that good stuff. We'll probably have some pretty good videos all throughout this week. And as well, I just appreciate you guys all so much for stopping on by. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, all that good stuff, Twitter, Twitch stream, and Amazon links down below. And without further ado, let's go and dive into the video itself. So as you guys do or do not know, we keep on hearing a lot of good rumors and talks when it comes to PlayStation games finally making their segue on over to PC. And that was probably one of the biggest things we've had a chance to kind of keep on seeing reoccurrently be announced, as we've seen with like Horizon, God of War, Spider-Man. But we actually have another really big game that's actually came to the PlayStation 5 as an exclusive and is now coming to PC. Now, as you guys probably know, this is kind of, I think, in my mind, a pretty good thing, mainly because we keep on seeing just more games finally coming to PC on a somewhat relatively quick basis, and as well, just kind of opens up more of, people to go play and enjoy games, which I really like. So we had a PlayStation blog announcement as of today, talking about how Ratchet Clank Rift Apart is now coming to PC on July 26th. So as you guys do know, July is coming up pretty soon. Ratchet Clank was probably one of the first and probably one of the better PlayStation 5 exclusives, although a little bit more on the niche side. They didn't sell 30 million copies, but it was a very well-made, good game that I myself really enjoyed. As well as if it does come to PC, that would also open it up to something called mods, which in all honesty, this game with the graphical base and everything else could actually have some good stuff with that. So as of right now, the PC features and pre-purchase details have been officially announced. So they go and state, hey everyone, the intergalactic adventures of Ratchet & Clank are making their debut on PC this summer. And Nixie Software, we're all very excited to announce our next project in collaboration with Insomniac Games. The Ratchet & Clank franchise recently celebrates its 20th anniversary. We are thrilled and honored to bring this iconic franchise to a new audience. If you haven't played a game from the series before, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is an excellent one to start with, and I would actually agree. I did really enjoy this game. I thought it was pretty solid, at least like a nice 8 out of 10. Very good graphically, good flow, good combat, and just enjoyed it. It was just all around a good game. The game is a visual spectacle that is perfectly suitable for newcomers too as well, and I do agree on this one. So as you guys could probably go and tell, it's just a big deal that they're now finally making this big push into PC once again for another big game. Now as of right now, we haven't really seen / missed too many games from the PlayStation ecosystem. Brand new God of War, obviously, and I do believe Horizon Forbidden West both have not made their way to PC yet, but we do already have The Last of Us remake on there, Ratchet & Clank, God of War, Spider-Man, and Spider-Man Miles Morales, so it does kind of seem like they are slowly making most of their ways on over. Now, it still has been a little bit, it's been definitely over like a year when it comes to the game coming out, so there still is like a pretty big stagger, but it is huge news to know that they are finally transitioning more and more games over. Now, I still stand by, I do kind of wish we could have them transition a little bit quicker. Like, I think they try to say usually on a 1 to 3 year cycle or so. You give me like a solid, almost like a 1 year exclusivity, and in all honesty, I feel like that's probably good, because you'll still be getting your PlayStation sales, but you'll also be getting that brand new PC bump. Like, at the end of the day, I think it's shouldn't, you don't have to wait that long. Obviously, I want them to have a good port and make the game good, but either way, it could be a little bit quicker. So they do have a few brand new like ray trace reflections, quality of levels to go and choose from, which is also similar to the actual PS5 version, newly added ray trace shadows for natural light in outdoor areas, and as well, they have realistic shadows and all that stuff, and of course, they added ultra-wide support for the game itself too, and they're also optimized as well for ultra-wide scenes, and everything out there, they just did a really good job to bring this to PC. They also have the NVIDIA stuff, which did also even hit the $1 trillion market cap, crazy enough to go and see from all this one too, and they also have all the AMD support as well. So yeah, they got stuff with mouse support, keyboard support, customizable control support, everything's fully supported, wireless controllers, and everything else in between, and you guys can get either on Steam, which would make sense. They do have their Steam store on PlayStation, or as well on Epic Games Store. And don't forget, PlayStation does own a part of Epic, so obviously buy it through Epic and support them a little more extra too as well. And of course, they'll get a few different random items, such as the Pixelizer and Carbonics armor set if you get them a little bit quicker. Is that really worth pre-ordering? I'd still probably say wait for the game to come out, although PlayStation games have usually done very well, and usually do have a pretty good port. We have seen a few issues on prior ones, so it's almost never really worthwhile to go and pre-order unless you really want this, but you get it throughout the game either way. I got it, I played the game, and beat the game without it. It's not the biggest deal. But all around, really cool news to see more games coming out. Let me know your thoughts and comments. I do also want to say I believe this is also coming out for PlayStation Plus as well, so if you guys do already have your PlayStation, it might just be easier to go through that process than anything else, but something to keep in mind. Now, some kind of cool little quick other things too as well. We have now been hearing news in the Summer Games Fest, which will now be apparently a 2-hour-long festival. Now, as you guys do know, I 100% will be both watching this. If you guys want to watch it up on Twitch, I'll have it linked down below. Go follow. But as well, also do a highlight on YouTube as well. We are now hearing that the event should be around a 2-hour or so event, which I very much like and appreciate. Obviously, we want to go and see games, do well, do good, all that type of stuff. So big thumbs up in my mind. But yeah, you guys can go check it out soon as well. They're kind of hyping it up here. We only have a few more days to go. We're almost in June, and they'll have a few other big things, such as the Ubisoft Forward. I really want to watch this. Xbox Game Showcase. I really want to watch this, and I'll probably maybe dip out on some of these indie things, but obviously on the Summer Games Fest, I do really, really, really want to watch this myself, so I'll be on the lookout for that. But I heard the event's going pretty good. We have a lot of good leaks already. I think I do also my co-streaming drops as well, so I'm hyped up for that. Now, some other kind of big news too on top of this is apparently Elden Ring. Now, if you guys may or may not have seen, we've seen more Elden Ring news in the news. So now we have some Reset Terras where they're saying that Elden Ring was actually supposed to have 2 really big DLCs, but From Software actually ended up merging them into just one huge mega expansion, which I personally, I think, kind of prefer. Number 1, bigger is always better, as long as it's like to the scale of Elden Ring and well made, but 2, it also saves out on cost as well. So Elden Ring was meant to launch with a season pass for 2 DLCs, by the way. It was 100% planned, similar to maybe potentially Dark Souls 3, but apparently it was apparently canceled. It just never happened to as well, and then they had a chance to go do these updates on top of this too, and they were missing a bunch of content, so they basically want to just combine it all together. And on top of that too, apparently only 1 big DLC is coming, and they kind of compare that to maybe even Bloodborne and how they had that back in the day. And as well, that was supposed to be the original plan too. So I think I like this. I would love to hear your thoughts. I think one really big, better, well-made DLC is a way nicer vibe than having multiple split-off paths that don't really, I mean, it could still be nice, but you also get to save money, like I said. And while usually Elden Ring, I feel like it almost deserves one mega expansion and being one and done, and then go and release out or hype out the next upcoming games. We also have Armored Core 2 as well, and the ever-rumored Bloodborne 2 or PC remake, so they could always focus their attentions on that as well. Now, some other kind of intriguing stuff too as well when it comes to, well, Metal Gear Solid. So in case you guys are curious in this one too, apparently, I think from right now, that Konami has had a chance to go and finally discuss their relations when it comes to, say, like the game itself, the original IPs in Kojima too as well, and why they picked the 3rd game. So Metal Gear Snake Eater was one of the biggest announcements in the most recent PlayStation showcase, I would agree, and IGN had a chance to speak to the team behind them. So they weren't really ready to reveal most stuff about the game, which still doesn't have a release date. They're ready to go talk a bit more about Hideo Kojima, or if they have any involvements, and some other things too as well. So number 1 is, one of the biggest questions a lot of folks had was Kojima involved, and they really weren't assuming that, because they had a pretty messy breakup. He has his own new studio, etc. They asked Shoji Shikawa if he was involved, as he was an integral part of the Art of Metal Gear Solid series, and he's also now apparently working with Kojima on Kojima Productions. And they all wanted to say they are not involved, surprise, surprise, and a Konami spokesperson said. However, the development team will work hard to create and remake this and also the ports for the Metal Gear Solid collections, and basically make sure this will be good for everyone out there. So it's like kind of expected that they don't want to work with that too as well, because there was also a really big Metal Gear Solid announcement too at the same time. So as it turns out, the central role will be taken on by Konami developers, which may actually not bode as much confidence that some people may have, mainly because, well, Kojima is a god, and even with Death Stranding, the game's been very, very well received, good sales and everything else, and obviously this is just not the original team. Although they do have the framework to make a game a good game, they can rock from that. So they went for why Metal Gear Solid over Metal Gear Solid 3, and they said basically Snake Eater is obviously a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, and we began by asking why they chose with that round with the Delta symbol, and why they picked that one too. Instead, it had a meeting fit the concept of their remake project. Delta is a character from the Greek alphabet that means change or difference in mathematics or variables. It also has the meaning of changing an amount without changing the structure. So speaking of the changes, Konami confirmed it isn't going to update or alter the story, though, in the remake as well, and that's a big thing to go and note. So they want to make sure everything's all pretty much good and still has nice options available for future remakes if people are looking forward to it. Also saw some pretty cool stuff where Street Fighter apparently has a really, really good update. A lot of folks have been happy with the upcoming new game, and well, it's been getting really good reviews. Similar to as well with Diablo, in case you guys are going to go pick that on out. So all around really cool news in the gaming world. So give me your thoughts and comments down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below if you guys are bored. I'll probably doing a comfy stream right now. And of course, Amazon links. Leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll have some more videos up for tomorrow as well, so be on the lookout for that.